You know how they have like world history
Yeah.
stuff like that. I think that like rap history should definitely
Yeah.
at least at like a HBCU.
It's music
Facts.
history.
Yeah.
That's essential.
1000%. And shouts to Vasti for being so tapped in. That's why her and I got along instantly.
Yeah.
And because a lot of people who rap nowadays don't know shit about no music history whatsoever, like at all.
And that's the biggest
I
thing.
feel like that should be a requirement.
For sure.
I feel like to be a rapper, that should be that should be a fucking requirement that you gotta go take some other, cause don't you gotta, to do any other skill, nigga, you gotta damn near do some form of classes for that shit, nigga. I feel like you should have to do some form of history class
except
to be
for
able to
podcast, man, I'll
participate in this shit. Facts. But you feel me? If you should rap, you should know the forefathers of the motherfucker that you came from. No cap.
They was telling me some shit that I didn't know about because it happened in like '96 or whatever. But a lot of my history, if like my dad wasn't talking about it, or if it wasn't on a like freaking documentary on YouTube or something like that, I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, because if you're outside of that time, because this is before mass media was even covering a lot of this stuff. But
Facts. Because she didn't know about the Grave Street shit with the Source Awards.
yeah, and we were literally talking about similar stuff as far as rappers getting taxed when they first came out here
Yep.
and all that.
Yeah.
But like that's I don't know when the disconnect began, because back in the day, like in the 90s, when like Pac, Big, all these dudes are popping, Mobb Deep, they're never disrespecting Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, and the rappers that came before. And Rakim and Big Daddy Kane were never talking down on Run DMC. Like everyone was very aware of their predecessors and the history. And I don't know when it changed.
I feel like it might have been once, because I can attest to this. I feel like when you rap and you coming up, and then you get to a certain point where you feel like you didn't made it, or like you getting some form of traction, right? And like your shit kind of booming, and none of the motherfuckers before you from your area reached out. It make you just want to be like, man, fuck them niggas. They didn't do shit for us. We got here by ourselves type shit. So it's like, I feel like if every generation after don't try to help the young niggas coming up, that leaves a bad taste in the next generation mouth. You get what I'm saying?
So you think that the older generation is partially responsible? For
Hell
that?
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
Hell
so.
yeah.
I think
I agree.
because the people that you mentioned not disrespecting each other, they might be more similar than they are similar to the newer generations coming up.
Right.
And it seemed like it's probably when the music changed.
Well, and it's weird, and I feel like it varies region to region too, because to me, I think a lot of it started with Soulja Boy and him coming, and like not just because of him, and not
That's
just
a good
because
point.
Soulja Boy does everything first, but when as a 16-year-old kid, not using any industry channels, literally uploading songs to Napster and LimeWire and blowing up off of that, and then MySpace, that there is no real need, there is no like precedent for who came before him and all that. But it's also kind of weird because like if you look at the rappers in Atlanta, they might not be super tuned in to the New York history, but they all respect Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. I think out here, our OGs didn't fuck with us
At all.
coming up.
At
And there's a
all.
big disconnect in the
Facts.
generations in
This
LA.
is facts. Like, and you can just see it. Like, I think maybe Snoop is probably one of the only ones who like really tried to do his thing, because like all of our goats wear they labels and wear they artists.
Not here.
Yeah.
We don't have none. I feel like
Right.
that's the disconnect. Niggas didn't put nobody in position but they friends.
But if you go up north to the Bay, they all fuck with the OGs. Everybody, 40s put on every rapper from
Facts.
the Bay, in,
Facts.
in one way, shape, or form. Like if 40s
That nigga didn't even
coastline.
came and got motherfuckers from around here.
Hell of,
like,
yeah.
you feel me? So it's like, nah, the Bay, they definitely do it a little different.
Wasn't Problems first hit with 40? That function?
Function?
Yeah.
See? Shit like that. You feel me? Now that's the shit that I'm talking about. And yeah, shout out to E40, because that's a nigga who definitely do it. But like far as LA, or like, you know what I'm saying, or down here, you feel me? Not the Bay Area, who?
Yeah.
Snoop?
Yeah.
You feel me? When he was fucking with Jabba?
And then there's a huge cultural disconnect where people are just, at this point, a lot of these kids coming up rapping, they don't care about quote unquote
Facts.
hip hop. They're just like,
That
we
too.
rapping, we doing our